Hey guys, it's Harmony Skillman from Paradise Travel and the blog Mama to Go, and I recently spent one night post-cruise at the Divani Palace in Athens, Greece. This is a fantastic hotel. My clients have so enjoyed this property, and I was excited to check it out for myself. It's in a great location. It's close to the Acropolis and close to the Plaka neighborhood, which is where all the great shops and restaurants are, but it is not in the most over tourist areas. So here's the lobby. We arrived on a Friday morning coming off our cruise ship, so we did have to wait a few hours for our room to be ready. When you book your Europe trips with me, I always request an early check-in if possible. This is a beautiful lobby, has everything you need, lots of sitting areas, concierge, English-speaking front desk, the nicest people. And then it did have this very large sitting room. And out there's actually a pool. When I booked this, I didn't even realize there was a pool. We stayed here in the beginning of September, and it was very, very hot. And unfortunately, we did not have time to go in the pool, but it was nice to know that it was there, and they had lounge chairs, and it kind of went around to the bar area, which I'll show you in a moment. This is just some more sitting areas. I don't know if that had been like a smoking room or something, but it seemed to be unused while we were there. And then you see the elevator bank when we'll go up to the room in a little bit. So let's look around. And let's try to go outdoors and see what's in this beautiful garden area. A beautiful little urban oasis with greenery, places to sit. And as we head further in, you'll see the little pool. And some more sitting areas and lounge chairs. So if you're staying for a longer stay, you want to cool off, this would be a great spot. And then as we head back in, again, we're going in a circle here. This is the lobby bar. Unfortunately, I was so tired after a long day of touring, our one night in Athens. I didn't get to come down here for my favorite, espresso martini. But a really nice option to have an end of evening drink. And we're back to the lobby. Now, if you go down those stairs, I actually went down here to go to the restroom, and I see that there are some Greek ruins, which is very typical of Athens because the Greek stuff was more on the underground level. And then you'll see, even on the street, there'll be things with an opening, a clear opening to see what's underneath. Downstairs of this hotel, there was like a little boutique, a little shop, and the bathrooms, which I needed. And then I went over to find the fitness center. I do love a European hotel that has a fitness center, not the most common amenity. This is a larger hotel, and there were some tour groups staying here. I saw the tour bus from Insight Vacations, which is the tour company that I traveled to Morocco with. So I thought that was really funny to see their tour bus pull up. And so there's a full gym here with lots of equipment down in the basement, which is really nice. Although you're going to get so many steps in Athens, not sure you really need to work out, but in case you want to get some exercise. And then I headed back up to the lobby to get ready for my day. There I am. Okay, so now this is a room tour. We were in a superior room. We did have a king bed. There are rooms available with two twins. We had a nice bathroom. Again, fairly decent size for a Europe hotel room. Lots of storage. There was a closet with a safe, and there were tons of dresser drawers, which I did appreciate. A little area to put your stuff, and then some more drawers, and then nightstands on each side. A little sitting area. There was a coffee maker, an espresso maker with some Ely coffee. It's the same one actually that I had on the Explora cruise ship. And then there is a fridge with mini bar, and those items are an extra charge. They did put a container, I guess, of water next to our beds, and those were complimentary. Then we did have a large TV. We didn't really have time to watch TV. And then the most beautiful part this whole balcony area. My sister so enjoyed sitting out here. And if you peeked out and turned your head, you could see the top of the Acropolis, which was kind of cool. And then you can just kind of see the rooftops around Athens and the hills. And there it is. If you look in the distance, it's over there. And then there was a rooftop bar and restaurant, which doesn't open till 7:30 p.m., which we thought was kind of late. But again, in Europe, so this is a great place to stay, either pre or post cruise, or if you're doing an Athens trip, a Greek island hopping. I'm Harmony Skillman. I book all of Europe, and I'd love to work with you.